life in your day, because at the end of the day, y'all, we are the main character in our life. You are the main character in your story. I'm the main character in my story. So let me start from the beginning to what I want to say, and it all makes sense, hopefully, because y'all know I be everywhere sometimes, but it is what it is. If you get it, you get it. If you don't, play it over and over and over and over again until you get it. So if you come from a toxic family dynamic, or you were emotionally neglected, emotionally abused, either of those or both of those, you are bound to lack boundaries. And you become a people pleaser. When you lack boundaries, you become a people pleaser. You play victim. You have resentment towards people. You always saying yes when you should be saying no. That's part of being a people pleaser. You want to just be helpful and do and say yes to everybody that asks you to do something or for something. You lack self-love, lack self-care, and self-respect. When you don't have boundaries, you're not putting yourself first. You're not, especially if you're a parent. You have to show your kids how to take care of themselves, not just financially, but physically, their well-being, their mind, their spirit, their physical, them saying no to the things that they don't want to do or they don't have time for. But you have, oh, that's a leaf on the back of my car. I'm like, what flew on my car? So here's the thing. I want to share a story with y'all. This was about 8 years ago. I had this friend, right? I considered her to be a friend. And this is before I knew what boundaries were. I believe I had boundaries, but I didn't know how to articulate, or I did not use the word boundary. So I had this friend, I consider her a friend. When my car had messed up, I took it to the shop, it got fixed. It was just for a day or two that it was out. She offered to let me borrow her car. And then once my car got fixed, even though it's not like I was borrowing her car all day and all night. It probably was an hour or two. I don't even remember. I really can't recall. But it was great. I really appreciate it. But then when her car broke down, mind you, we've been together for years. And this was the first year that she ever had a vehicle that I recall, because I was the only one that was picking her up and taking her places. And so when she got her car and my car broke down and they got fixed fast, quick. So then her car broke down. And when she asked for my car, I didn't offer. She asked for my car, but I never allowed anyone to drive my car. Never. Even since I was 16, 17, but 18. When I got my car, I did not allow people to drive my car. No friends, no boyfriends, no siblings. That's just something I never allowed. And that was a boundary of mine, come to find out. But let me tell you what happened. I didn't allow her to drive my car, but I offered. I said, I will pick you up from work and I will drop you off. I will pick your kids up and I will drop them off. I offered. And I'll bring you lunch. And I did those things. But our friendship started deteriorating because she said I was a bad friend because I did not allow her to drive my car on her own. Now I'm saying all this to say that This is when you know that you have outgrown people. This is when you know that people, those type friends that don't respect your boundaries, or say you're a bad person because you won't let them drive your car, but you offer to take them wherever they need to go. Them are the friends that you don't need. And I'm just figuring this out, because I'm like, you start to think, am I a bad person? Should I let you borrow my car? But I'm like, no, I don't let nobody borrow my car. That's just not me. It never been me. And you're not going to come in my life and change me, because if something happened to my car, then what? You're not going to pay me back. You're not going to fix the car. You know what I'm saying? I always thought like that. So, boundaries, y'all. So, she's no longer in my life. I don't know where she is. I pray God all is well. I never wish bad on people. But now that I'm learning, when people say they benefit off your brokenness, it's because they benefit off of you not having a limit, not being able to say no. Because the more you say yes, the more you say no to you and what you need to do, the money you should be saving. So you don't have no limit, you don't have no cap. You need to have a limit, and you need to have a cap. You need to have expectations. So let's use this as an example again. If I was the type of person to let someone borrow my car, I would have an expectation, and I would articulate that expectation to them. I would say, you could borrow my car, but you have to bring it back in the same condition that you are getting it. This go with shoes, clothes, or whatever, but we're going to use a car. We're going to use a car for now. And I would say that you have to have the gas tank where it is right now, or even fuller. And if anything happens to it, you are responsible for it. Now, I could put this in writing, have them sign it, or you could just verbally say it. But I don't know about verbally, because I'm going to take you to court, god darn it. But most people are scared to do this, and I understand, especially when it comes to family. But boy, when you start getting tired of people tearing your stuff up, because I used to let people borrow my shoes, my clothes, and it would come back, my shoes would be all tore up, and I'm like, dang, I keep letting this person borrow this stuff, and they keep giving me my stuff tore up. They were crossing my boundaries, my material boundaries. And then here's another one. When you let the same person keep borrowing money, and they didn't even pay you back from years, last year, the year before that, but you keep on giving this person money. I don't do that no more. I learned my lesson, because when you keep doing that, then you mess it up for people that have good intentions, that really need help, and that would pay you back. Because once you let people break you down, taking all your money from you and not paying you back, then somebody that really need your help, you'll be like, no, because don't nobody ever pay me back when I get them money. So I don't let nobody they mess it up for everybody, and it shouldn't be like that, right? So you have to be able to say no, you can't borrow no money until you pay me back that money that I had gave you last month or last year. No, I don't do that no more. Man, I used to do that, y'all. I used to do that, and you are going to feel guilty. That's a part of setting boundaries. That's a part. You're going to feel selfish. It's a part of setting boundaries. But if you want to have a peace of mind, if you want to be the main character in your life, if you want to have time to do the things that you want to do in life, you have to set boundaries. If I didn't set boundaries when it comes to my routine in the morning, I wouldn't be able to work out. I wouldn't be able to go to the gym and work out and work my body out for my health, because my health is my responsibility. So I'm going to try my best to stay in shape. I'm going to try my best to work out. But if I allow people to call me any times of the day and then want to be on the phone for an hour or two spearing out their problems or whatever they got, whatever they talking about, then I won't have no time. So I have to set boundaries. When people call me while I'm working out, I'm not answering unless it's my kid's school. Everybody else can wait because I got to take care of me first. So it took me a long time to learn this, and it's so crazy because when we grow up, our family, the people that we surround ourselves with, your mom, your dad, they're your first teachers. Before you even get to school, they teach you. And if you grew up not knowing about boundaries, they didn't teach you about boundaries, they let anybody watch you even when you didn't even like them, and you kept on telling your parents, hey, I don't like this person, I don't like this person, or you cry, they're showing you that your boundaries did not matter at the time. So when you grow up, you tolerate and surround yourself with toxic people and don't know how to let people go out of your life because of how you were raised. You were raised to, I don't care how they treat you. I don't care what they do to you. You still be around them. And that's not how it goes. That's not how it goes. So learn about boundaries. Learn as much as you can about boundaries. And boundaries do change because we are evolving. We change as humans. We either getting better or we're getting bitter. But you have the will to choose of what direction that you want to go in. You have to articulate your boundaries and repeat them and set them as reminders. I have a journal, right? I mean, not a journal. I do have a journal. I have lots of journals. I journal. I have a planner, right? I always keep planners, and I set my week up. Everything from Monday to Sunday. What I want to do, what I need to do, my priorities. My kids are involved in this. Me taking care of myself is involved in this. The doctor appointments. Everything I write down on my planner. If somebody calls me and invites me somewhere and I look on my planner and I'm busy booked with what I got to do, I'm going to say no. If someone calls me and asks me to help them with something and I look on my planner and I'm busy and I'm booked, I'm going to say no. If they get mad, let them get mad. Do not put other people's feelings on top of your responsibility, on top of your feelings. I always say home is where the heart is. And when we don't stick with that, if we don't guard our heart, if we let everybody come in and take all our time up, take all our money up, use and abuse our material things that we work hard for, if we let people around us that talk to us any kind of way, yell and scream, can't have a conversation even when it's a heated conversation, but their tone is going so high that you be like, no, I got to go. You don't even know how to talk. If you surround yourself with people that get drunk and all the time you got to take care of them while they drinking their life away, you have to set boundaries and you have to let some people go or limit your time with them to take care of home and to get what you need to get done. I'm telling you, it's so amazing. It's so amazing. Like, people will move from a state. I moved from Florida to Georgia. If I never did the internal work to learn about boundaries and learn why I lack boundaries and start creating some and articulating them, I would still be going through some of the same problems, issues, situations, meeting some of the same people that I was meeting and going through when I was in Florida and Georgia. But that's not me. I was wondering, like, why is my life so different here? And I used to have a friend that moved from state to state, but they would go through the same issues. I'm like, you're going through the same issues, meeting the same type of people, different faces, but it's because they lack boundaries. They never created boundaries. They don't have a sense of direction. You don't know how to say no. You're saying yes to so many things because you're a people pleaser, because you are seeking validation, because you are seeking love. But when you put yourself first and you start to love yourself by creating boundaries and incorporating self-respect, self-love, self-care, remember, these are physical. These are action. Self-love is an action word. It's just not an emotion. It's an action word. It's a verb. When you don't do these things and you move from state to state, you're going to go through some of the same thing. It's so crazy. So that's my little rant today. I hope someone gets it, set some boundaries, learn about boundaries, get you a personal self-development book on boundaries. I listen to audiobooks all the time because I have no time to read because I'm reading so much in school already as it is. But when I tell you setting boundaries has changed my life tremendously, like you meet some of the most great, calm, peaceful people that know, people that love themselves. Once you change what's internal, you start attracting different types of people. But if you don't change what's internal, you're going to continue to attract the same type of people. So it's all within you. It is. You just got to make time for you and figure it out. Because you can figure it out. You are already equipped. Just get quality information and start applying that information. Don't just get the information. You ever meet people that know so much about weight loss in the gym and everything else, but they never apply it? You know so much about businesses and this and that, but never apply it? Never take advice from those people that has a lot of information, but never apply the information. You know? So, beautiful, beautiful people. Listen, have a wonderful, beautiful, blessed day. It is Thursday morning for me. Whenever this video reaches you, I pray that you get something from it, because boundaries, creating boundaries and articulating the boundaries to people, even feeling guilty and selfish, I needed to do it for me. I needed to do it for me as a parent, as a sister, as a auntie, as everything, as a child of God. I needed it. You need boundaries. If you lack them, you better create them. All right, y'all have a wonderful, beautiful, blessed day.